In the headlines, EC Loblack Bridge to be completed before end of year. CXC engages public for developing programs for the future, and the Prime Minister cautions Dominicans to guard their cultural heritage. Hello and welcome to National Focus. I'm Prisca Julien. Stay tuned for details of the headline stories and others coming up. Welcome back. The EC Loblack Bridge, destroyed by Hurricane Maria in September of 2017, is being restored, and work, according to the Prime Minister, is set to be completed before 2018 ends. More specifically, mid-December, which the Prime Minister says is keeping with the target timeframe. Prime Minister Skerrit says the EC Loblack Bridge will be built similar to the Roosevelt Bridge, which proved its resilience during passage of Hurricane Maria.
We are actually mimicking the style of the West Bridge that was constructed sometime last year, and which withstood the forces of Maria, literally unscathed.
The $6.5 EC project is undertaken by NSG Management and Technical Services Limited from Barbados.
We're hoping that the contractor, as indicated, could cause there to be some pedestrian access sooner, but certainly in terms of motorable access to the bridge, we can expect, God willing, for there to be access on the 15th of December. So it's a major undertaking there, and the project is on schedule. So I really want to commend the Ministry of Public Works for their oversight and for getting this done rather quickly, and also to the contractors for the usual diligence and their professionalism and the high quality of work.
As part of the project, retaining walls will be built in vulnerable areas.
In the next few weeks, we'll also look at the retaining walls. We have the retaining wall from the EC Loblack Bridge going towards the Windsor Park Bridge, connecting the Bath Road onto Rose Street. And also we'll be looking at from the bus stop, the West Bridge bus stop, where the Portsmouth buses usually assemble, to go all the way past the KFC and the market, so as to address two weak areas or two vulnerable areas on the Rosa River currently. So we're hoping that we can move very quickly. We have designs for this and we have costings for this. So I've been advised by the Minister that he should be in a position to advise on the start of works urgently, because if we do not address this, with all of the work that we've done on the river bank, we run the risk of having the city flooded. So all of this is part of the resilience building. All of this is part of mitigating against the flooding of the city.
Project Manager of NSG Management and Technical Services Limited, Rich Harrington, gave further details, confirming the project will be completed on time.
At this point, we are replacing the third, as you can see, and we are digging out the lowest structure, which is the toe wall, which supports the entire thing. And we've gone extra low on this one because what happened before will never happen again. Weeks to follow, we will pour the entire abutment. So within a week or two, you'll see an enormous concrete structure here. And then the weeks to follow that, you will see the steel girders, and then the deck, and then the railings and lights by December.
Also this news time, the Caribbean Examination Council is advising that those students are to keep excelling at academic-based subjects. Students must also strive to earn at least one vocational skill qualification through CXC certification. This admonishment is coming from CXC Registrar Glenroy Cumberbatch, who addressed a press briefing in Dominica last week. Cumberbatch believes holders of the specialized certificate qualifications will be better positioned for jobs across the region.
CXE offer a couple of qualifications, but the main ones are CVQ. We work with Cantor, the regional organization, to offer CVQs. And many of the countries across the region have made it part of their policy that any student who is leaving secondary school, or every student, should have at least one CVQ along with the other qualifications. What is CVQ? It's a Caribbean vocational qualification that prepares students across the region. If they are doing data entry operation, well, then everybody will be exposed to the same competencies. They'll be trained the same way, and they will get a certificate saying that they are capable of carrying out these functions.
The Caribbean Examination Council was established in 1972 under agreement by participating governments in the area to conduct such examinations as it may think appropriate and award certificates and diplomas on results of any such examinations so conducted. CXE offered its first examinations for the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate (CSEC) in 1979. Since its establishment, CXE has added a number of other certifications for secondary school students and those wishing to attain academic and skill certification.
That would allow them to move across the region. If jobs are not available in one place and available the next, they will be able to move across the region with that CVQ qualification, and it will be accepted in any part of the region. So we urge persons to get the qualification. You can have 5 CSEC subjects, you can have 10 CSEC subjects, you can have any amount. But that CVQ says to your potential employer, I know you can do this. It is not guessing to say, maybe having these qualifications you're capable of doing something. No, it says you can do this. And those range from data entry operator, customs service officer, accounts clerk, all kind of different areas. There are almost 200 areas where you can be certified as with a CVQ.
In more news, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit is cautioning Dominicans to safeguard the country's rich cultural heritage for future generations. He says the country's culture is a distinguishing factor between Dominica and the rest of the world. Speaking at the opening of the 2018 independence celebrations, the Prime Minister remarked that it seems that an increase in development has caused the people to abandon its cultural heritage. The Prime Minister said it is the responsibility of every Dominican to ensure the culture is passed on to succeeding generations.
One gets the sense that the more developed you get, is the more you relinquish your cultural heritage. And I want to caution our country that it is our cultural heritage that distinguishes us from the rest of the world. These are intangible characteristics, and therefore we have an obligation, a duty, to ensure that succeeding generations can partake in this cultural heritage.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return. Welcome back. A group of Dominicans graduated from a training program and welcomed into the Community Emergency Response Team CERT. That event took place on Friday evening at the Office of the Disaster Preparedness in Jimit. The participants of the Southeast Emergency Response Training Program are now prepared for dealing with a range of emergency situations which could arise as a result of natural disasters.
Rescue, safety, and doing the greatest good for the greatest number. CERT is a positive and realistic approach to emergency and disaster situations where citizens will when citizens are initially left on their own, they are responsible to take the initial action before professional responders arrive. Through this training, I believe that citizens can manage, or you can manage, utilities and put out small fires. Treat free of the life-threatening killers.
Frederick highlighted some of the areas covered by the program.
We dealt with disaster preparedness, disaster medical operations, basic firefighting suppression, disaster response operation, light search and rescue operation, CERT team organization as to how we organize ourselves at the community level. And I recall a discussion where we said, okay, the CERTs, in terms of the structure, you have the CERTs, they will work with the disaster committees. Disaster committees will report to the council, which is the local governing body in the community.
The course also covered disaster psychology and culminated with a simulation exercise. The training was sponsored by the Jeff Small Grants Program and implemented by the Dominica Disaster Management. Speaking on behalf of the National Coordinator, Agnes Esprit, representative of the Jeff Small Grants Program, says the program was birthed from recognizing the vulnerabilities of the communities.
Due to the vulnerability of the Southeast District, Jeff Small Grants Program decided to provide funds to have a larger cadre of persons trained in CERT in the Southeast area. The Small Grants Program projects are community-driven, and we are happy that the participants saw the need to be trained to serve their communities. Congratulations on behalf of the Global Family and the Country Program National Steering Committee and other fellow grantees. The onus is on you, the CERTs, to go out in your community to do the greatest good for the greatest number.
The training was conducted over the timing of 5 Saturdays. In more news, last week the Ministry of Education hosted representatives from the Caribbean Examination Council and collaboratively engaged stakeholders. The team met with principals and deputy principals of primary and secondary schools, private education institutions, parents and teachers of primary schools, as well as the business community. Simultaneously, the CXC headquarters hosted consultations on a regional level with head stakeholders. The purpose of the consultation was to get feedback from different stakeholders on the views and suggestions for administering of CXC examinations in Dominica. It was an opportunity for the stakeholders to address the Council with questions on the different services offered as well. This as the Council hopes to enhance its modules.
What we have done is look at the various education plans across the region, draft a plan on how we can get persons there. We do not want to be the body that is preventing the development of education in the region. We don't want to hear from persons that we can only do this because this is how CXC does its examinations. We want to be in a position to create the opportunities, put them available to us, make sure that when students leave school and they have a certificate from CXC, that certificate means something. It means they can go into the world of work and function, or it means that they are ready to go on to further education with the necessary skills and abilities to benefit from that tertiary education.
CXC Registrar Glenroy Cumberbatch expressed that the Council is much interested in sharpening the effects and weight of CXC certifications using the suggestions of all stakeholders.
Anytime we get feedback that says they have their qualifications but they cannot, that's a point of worry for us. And every time we hear a person saying, oh, we would love to teach like this, but CXC examine in this way, then that's a problem for us. So we really want to have these consultations. We really want to hear from people from their heart, whether they're happy or not happy. We want to hear from them, and we will further our development of our plans using these feedback.
The council is ultimately seeking to provide qualifications for persons that will help them become better citizens. Finally, this news time, French Association Soulager Difficulté Fouet made a presentation to the Ministry of Education on Wednesday, October 3rd for distribution to primary schools. Two of the schools to benefit will be the Roseau and Goodwill primary schools. Speaking during the presentation, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Chandler Hyacinth, thanked the association for their generosity and expressed her hope that this donation would support language development as well as boost cultural exchanges between students of both islands.
We want to say thank you to the people of Martinique. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you to the people of France for their contribution towards our rehabilitation efforts. We appreciate your generosity, and we hope that the donation that you have made will go a long way to support language development, because these are two schools where their students learn French as a foreign language. We hope your contribution can help to further develop cultural development, cultural exchanges among our students and your students too in Martinique. We are looking forward when we have all our internet facilities back up and running, that we can have virtual exchanges with the schools in Martinique. So we appreciate your efforts. We cannot repay you.
And that's news. Shakira Pierre is next with Creole Highlights.
Bienvenue à ce nouvel accueil. Non, c'est Shakira Pierre. Dominica a tapé un coup pour aider pour changer une société qui pas ni pièce queen. Pendant qu'il parlait en une cérémonie, la police de gradué, Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit fait Dominica charger qui tout ni rôle là pour changer loi là pour goumer queen. Comme ça, Premier ministre là, cadre public là pour aider police là, effort là, yo ka fait pour arrêter queen. Quand il dit que la police là passe à faire par koyo. Premier ministre là a crié à ce public là pour pas rester en silence, mais pour continuer lever voix pour condamner crime en pays là. Il dit yon l'autre bagay c'est moun pour parler contre affaires drogue en pays là aussi parce que moun là qui a fait drogue, qui vend drogue là ba jeunesse en pays là. Il dit moun qui connaît ça qu'a fait en société là et puis yo pas parler contre lui. À d'autres nouvelles, pour EC Loblack qui était dommagé par cyclone Maria en septembre l'année passée, qui a rebâti et puis travail là qui fini en décembre l'année là. Pour ça là qui bâti même comme pont l'ouest là à Roseau, qui gouvernement est bâti pour faire Roseau garder plus meilleur. Pendant une visite pour la mardi, nouvel gouvernement parlait et puis ministre Public Works, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre.
Aujourd'hui, nous venons regarder un pont ça. Ça c'est pont qui est ça ici Loblack. Ça c'est un pont qui était croisé hors d'un cyclone qui passait. Ça c'est Maria. So actuellement nous commençons à manger. Valeur un projet ça c'est 6.5 million. Dis ça tout non. 6.5 million dollars. Eh bien, ça c'est un projet qui a aidé à Mozo. Non, moi déjà dit moi fait Mozo, moi connais Mozo, c'est moi même Mozo. C'est ça, c'est moi toujours capable de l'école. Là, c'est beaucoup là, c'est try brûler Roseau, Matécota, ou ça. Parce que regardez ça, nous avons fait gouvernement. Nous avons manger pour ça. Nous avons mis toutes ces milles là, ça c'est walls. Nous avons mis des milles là pour protéger. Et nous avons développé un major complexe là pour mettre un appartement avec boutique pour mon vendre. So, toutes ces petites boutiques là, il y a des soleil, tout ce qui est là, vous allez couper cheveux, nous faire fingernails, toenails, tout ce qui est là, ça, je connais que ça, orteils, pour manger, c'est comme ça. Avec nous, nous manger visage ozo. So, aujourd'hui, nous là, nous avons gardé un poste avec poste, nous avons mis là, aujourd'hui, 15 décembre, nous avons fini un projet ça, so, mon bien quota.
Projet ça là, c'est avaler 6.5 millions de dollars et puis NSG Management and Technical Services hot baba ni comptoir là pour faire pont là. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit a crié à ce Dominica pour préserver culture Dominique génération là qui a venu. Il dit culture pays là, c'est ça qui a fait pays là différent parce que d'autres pays à la terre là. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit a parlé pendant la célébration pour l'indépendance l'année ça là ouvert. Honorable Skerrit di igade kon development ka augmenter moun ka ped heritage yo. Premier ministre di toute ni responsabilité pour faire cette qui coûte la passé pour génération qui ka vini. Et puis finalement, yon équipe Dominica gradué hod yon tournament. C'est bien plaisir pour joindre Community Emergency Response Team la CERT. Cérémonie la pon place vendredi à l'Office Disaster la Jimit. Moun qui participe à tournament ça là, c'est hod soud pour ouvrir pays là. Et puis yon bien préparé pour situation emergency qui sa fini kon résultat yon désastre naturel. Officier programme là Donaldson Frederick di programme ça là c'est une manière citoyen qui savent comment pour aider koyo en temps yon désastre naturel. Il aussi dit tournement ça là qui fait citoyen manager utilité et puis pour manager défait. Tournement ça là c'est fait possible par Jeff Small Grants programme là et puis c'est implémenté par l'Office Management des As. Pendant été qu'a parlé au National Coordinator là, Agnes Esprit, représentative Jeff Small Grants programme là, le programme là teni fait après recogniser une village qui bien vulnérable. Tournement là c'est pour place en 5 samedi. Ça c'est tout pour nouvelle à Créole. Non, moi c'est Shakira Père. Au revoir.
Before we leave, please take note of this announcement. The general public is informed that the Roosevelt Public Library will offer children and adult loan services from the first floor of the former Subway building, corner of Kennedy Avenue and Independence Street, from Monday, October 8, 2018, Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Reference services continues at the National Documentation Center building, Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. Be sure to follow GIS on facebook.com/GIS News Dominica and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I am Prisca Julien. Thanks for watching.
Shall we?